everyone, this is going to be the Alice update.
だけど、それ以上のことは君次第でもあると思うよ。元の世界よりもいい場所を見つけられるかもしれない。
She's like, each of his words sound like sarcasm. If you answer the other one, it might add responsibility points, which you don't want, so I'll enjoy the present. This is a dream anyway, she told him. Dreams are meant to be enjoyed. And we're gonna go back to spamming him.
俺、今すっごく暇なんだ。で、あんたも暇そうに見えるんだけど。俺と一緒に遊ばない？偶然でもせっかく会ったんだしさ。猫と戯れなきゃ損だよ。
Well, this is Vivaldi, so we can avoid getting killed later.
おや、ようやっと遊びに来たか。
So beautiful.
待ちかねたぞ。わらわを待たせるなど万死に値する。まあよい。わらわに会いに来たのだろ。お前はわらわのことが好きだものな。
Yes, I do like you, Vivaldi.
これからも遊びにおいで。来ないと首をはねてしまうよ。
Okie dokie. And then we're gonna visit the twins. Okay, so we can't. Wonder what time of day they are.
あんたもずいぶんここに慣れたみたいだな。あの騒音にも慣れた？慣れないか、あれには。
He means Gallon's music. Nope, still not the right time. We triggered an event.
これは9ミリパラベラムの改造銃なんだ。そのままでもレトロなデザインで渋いけど、生身じゃ普及率が高すぎてカッコつかないだろ。
She's like, I don't know, after a long pause. What on earth is he even talking about? Question mark. What a weirdo, she trailed off to herself. Oh, but in this world, I guess I'm the weirdo. And trailed off again. Because apparently in this world, Boris is normal.
9ミリ自動拳銃だよ。価格も安いから出回ってる。わかるだろ？
As far as understanding that's a handgun, I can tell by looking at it. If you pull the trigger, it fires the bullet.
引き金を引けば弾が出るのはどの銃でも同じだ。不良品だったり暴発した場合は除くけど。
Yeah, all guns are the same, she told him. So I have no clue what all that stuff you've been saying is about.
バカ、全然違うよ。
He's all offended. She's like, all guns shoot bullets when you pull the trigger, right? Question mark. You can say whatever you want about the pointless differences between different types, but still, and trailed off to him.
細かくなんかない。その単純な使用目的に機能性が光るんだ。反動とか命中率とか安全性とか全く違うんだぜ。
She's like, aren't those just minor details? Question mark. All guns ultimately do the same thing. I don't know why he's been so stubborn about this.
同じわけないだろう。例えば、おっさんの銃と俺の銃じゃ、同じ銃でも何から何まで違う。
She's like, yeah, he has a big gun and you have a little one. Savage. I can tell at least that much.
違う！そういう大小の問題じゃなくてだな。反動とか命中率とか安全性とか。
You freaked out. She's like, yeah, you said that already.
機能面が全く違うんだよ。
Boris insisted fiercely, and they say people's personalities change when it comes to something that they're obsessed with. I pretty much ignore his outburst. He's a total gun maniac, isn't he? She trailed off to herself. And that's normal in this world? Question mark?
いいか、9ミリパラベラムっていうのは相談性能が最大の魅力で、この銃の場合は17発も相談できるんだぜ。言っても15くらいのものなのにさ。それだけの数を相談できるのに、この弾倉の小さいことといったら、9ミリの弱点として指回りの悪さが指摘されるけど、こいつは見た目からは9ミリだとわからないほどだ。芸術的だろ？
She has no reply to all of that. Art, huh? Question mark.
だろだろ？
She has no reply. He's like a little boy talking about his favorite toy. Like he's trying to tell me about a toy robot or something. It's the kind of thing little girls have a hard time understanding. ... But me being a girl doesn't have much to do with this situation. I personally just don't get what he's so excited about. Gun maniac, she thinks to herself, trailing off. He's a total gun maniac.
俺が改造したんだぜ。大幅な改造を加えたのに、今まで一度も暴発してないし、すごいだろう。
Sigh. Yeah, amazing, she told him.
トカレフの方がかっこいいってやつもいるけどさ、マンストッピングパワーで優位にあるのは9ミリだぜ。トカレフ。あのメタリックでシンプルな感じはいかにも軍用って感じで渋いんだよな。旧規格はいまいちだけど貫通力あるし、でも普及率高いからって9ミリをバカにしちゃダメだ。使いやすいから普及してるんだ。まあ量産されてて安いからってのもあるんだけど、わかるよな。
She's like, to him. I get that it's a handgun, she trailed off to herself. I'm about to give him the same answer, but decide to keep it to myself. If I say it, I'm sure he'll launch into another lengthy explanation that will send my head spinning.
わかりにくい。
Oh no, I get it. I totally get it, she told him. It's art, right? After a long pause.
そう、機能美の芸術なんだよ。俺の場合はついつい手を入れすぎちゃって原型とどめてないけどさ、自分仕様に改造しちゃうんだよな。だけど原型のシンプルさの良さも忘れてないぜ。原型は原型でコレクションしてあるし。あ、見る？俺のコレクション。
She's like, collection, and trailed off.
部屋にいっぱいあるぜ。今度見せてやるよ。
Is what she told him. He's so excited about this stuff. I can hardly get a word in, she trailed off to herself. No reply, out loud. And then I think I'm starting to understand why you get along so well with Gallon, she told him.
はぁ？おっさん？なんでそこでおっさんが出てくんの？
She's like, oh, you know, after a pause. The two of them have something in common. And what they call art is only one creative step away from being incomprehensible to anyone but themselves, she trailed off. And this is normal? Question mark. I wonder if everybody here is like this. I hope it's not contagious, she thinks after a while. They're still not available. I wonder what that's about.
なんでおっさんをおっさんって呼ぶのか。やっぱり見た目？若りや？本当は見た目より若いらしいけど、若さを感じられないんだよね。だから俺はおっさんって呼んでるわけ。反応も面白いからさ。
He's a troll. Why can I not visit the twins?
よっ。俺今暇なんだ。しかもそこに同じく暇そうなあんたがいたと。これは遊ぶしかないよな。何する？なぞなぞでもする？
Alright, we'll use an hourglass. We'll visit blood, because I'm wondering if that's why.
おや？ああ、君か。何か用かな。ああ、遊びに来てくれたのか。それは光栄だ。我が家だと思ってくつろいでくれ。君は随分私の顔が気に障っていたようだからな。嫌われたかと思っていたが。気まぐれにしても会いに来てくれて嬉しいよ。さあ、お茶の用意をさせよう。楽しい話を聞かせてくれ。
She freaks out. There's someone collapsed in the road. It's a man. And I'm staring at him, but he's not moving at all. I'm not sure if he's dead or alive, she trailed off to herself. And why am I being so easygoing? She trailed off again. If I've got time to look, I should help him. If he's sick or injured, I have to call someone. This is no time to just stand around spacing out. For now, I get closer to see how he is. Question mark? I can't get near him. Even if I try to, I can't move any closer. Why? From a distance, I'm simply watching him, simply staring at him like I look at the small bottle. Why? Question mark? I feel lightheaded. This is nightmare affecting her memories. He's like, you don't need to remember this. Why can I not visit the twins? This is bothering me. Because I know they have non-stay routes. I just don't know why.
Nanda? お前か。何をし、私は仕事があるんだ。あまり相手はしていられないぞ。私の仕事を見に来ただと。やはり珍しいやつだな。楽しくもなんともないはずだが、こんな偏僻なところに来るくらいだ。本当に興味があるんだろう。邪魔をしないなら見ていくといい。邪魔はするなよ。
Nightmare? Exclamation mark? Question? Are you alright? Nightmare doesn't look too well, though that's always the case with him.
時
しそうだ。
Rather than feel like, isn't it more like you're already doing it? With a blur, blood begins flowing from Nightmare's mouth.
寒くまです。
You, isn't this really bad? Exclamation mark question. Whether he says it is or not, it's obviously pretty bad. It's rather odd how he's still alive in the first place. I wonder how Nightmare could even still be alive? Question mark. I mean, that might just be this mysterious country's greatest mystery of all. It's a rather hypersensitive close call mystery. Come on, let's go to the doctors.
嫌だ。
Why?
注射が嫌いなんだ。私は。
No reply at first. No reply at first. Then how old are you? That's an excuse that even an elementary school child probably wouldn't use. You're like a child, she trailed off to him.
注射は嫌だ。子供でいい。
Oh, he's so cute. Nightmare wrapped himself up in a blanket, looking ill as he cast his gaze downward. But when he wraps himself up like that, she trailed off to herself. A bagworm, huh? ...
ああ、そうだよ。誰かに聞いた。
He represents the caterpillar.
ここの世界の人間は皆二つ名があるんだ。G がそのまま呼び名になっていることもある。私はミノムシと呼ばれているんだよ。
Huh? Question mark? Really?
ああ、
Wrapped up in his bagworm state, Nightmare nods his head. You, she trailed off, do you always live up to your nickname? This much?
違う。毛布じゃなくて、いつも夢に包まれて出てこないからだ。私はそういう役割なんだよ。
She trailed off to herself. Still, why bagworm? If we're talking elementary school children, it seems kind of like a teasing nickname.
ミノムシならまだいい。イモムシと呼ばれることもあるんだ。それは許せないよ。ミノムシの方がいい。私はミノムシのままでいる。
Bagworm and caterpillar, she trailed off. How are they even different? I get that they're different things, but... She trailed off. Both of those nicknames just sound like a means of harassment to me. You're not against it? Question mark?
他のやつだって似たり寄ったりさ。私だけじゃない。
Now that you mention it, she trailed off aloud. None of them have good nicknames, do they? Well, you can't say they aren't really distinct. You can also say that nicknames like Hatter and White Rabbit aren't any good. It's like there's some sort of insulting meaning behind them. I can't believe they'd actually accept names like these. They're like children, she told him, regardless of whether they do or don't prefer to use such nicknames.
さっきいくつかと聞いたけど、私たちに年齢なんてない。いつまでも子供で、最初から大人なんだ。
Which is important because in the second game in Clover, the twins like fast forward their clock, which is their heart, and it turns them into adults, which is in one of the future updates. You mean you can be children forever? Question mark. I wonder if he's pleased to say that in such a self-entitled way.
そうだよ。狭間の世界だからね。
Is that so? She trailed off aloud. I cast a cold glance in his direction. This world really is strange and filled with nothing but childlike people, huh? Question mark.
私も含まれているのか。
Of course. A man who refuses to go to the doctor just because injections hurt? Of course he can't be considered anything other than strange.
注射は嫌なんだ。いくら具合が悪かろうと、医者には絶対に行かないから。
You'll die, you know, she told him, not to mention how vomiting blood is beyond the realm of your condition being bad.
死んでも行かない。
As the giant bagworm said this, he gathered up his blankets. Don't worry, if you die, you won't be able to go anyways, she told him. Why can I not visit them? This is irritating me. I still can't visit them. Alright, whatever. I give up on them. For right now.
あんたって面白い。ずっと遊んでいたいな。よそ者だからじゃないよ。そういうの俺には関係ないし。あんただから楽しいんだ。
She's like, I don't want to. I said I'm not interested.
いいだろ。触ってみればあんたにも良さがわかるって。
She's like, I don't need to know how awesome it is. I decline. I'm taking a pass.
いいから触ってみろよ。ってなんかいけないことしてる気分。
I object to this on every level. I feel like I'm being defiled, she told him, trailing off. I'm being forced to hold the modified whatchamacallit gun. I don't care to remember the exact name, and I'm nearly hyperventilating. I'm not the dangerous sort that's going to be ecstatic about touching a gun. It's my policy to avoid dangerous things. The thing I'm being coerced into holding undeniably falls into that category.
怖くないって。触るだけじゃ何も起きないから。触った程度じゃ暴発なんてありえないし、なんかやっぱりいけないことをしてる気分だな。
You want me to shoot you? Question mark. It looks like holding a dangerous weapon is getting to me. ... I feel like it's making me violent. I just want to put it down, she asked. Because she flipped out on
この
him.
銃原型が9ミリだから馴染み薄いってわけでもないはずだぜ。あんたの世界でも警察が使ってるんじゃないかな。軍向きじゃないけど普及率が使い勝手の良さも示しているわけだし。
I think it's interesting that he knows what the police are. Stop, she told him. I cut him off before he can launch into another gun maniac rant. I thought you didn't know anything about my world, Boris. You've never been there, have you? Question mark. So, like, she even called him out on it.
何せどうして
How do you know about police in my world? Question mark. If I think really hard, I feel like that Trichomamagerner gun you were talking about before is something in my world. I think I remember hearing the name. This is a dream, so I probably shouldn't fret over contradictions, but this is my dream, and I demand consistency.
トカレフな。トロイカは違う。俺は知らないけど、俺の時計の前の持ち主が知ってたんじゃないか。記憶って少しだけ受け継がれるものらしいから。
This is important too, because when they're wiped and they're dead, like, they get restarted over and reinserted back into Wonderland as a gear to help it move. In the last game, they go more into detail about how, like, even role holders can, like, have their existence erased, so they're not even being replaced. But there's more to that, and so this here is kind of a little bit of that. He's actually also kind of on the fringes of being a manager of Wonderland, because he cuts and copies dimensional space for them. And, like, can literally move through any territory. He doesn't have a block on him, so he's kind of like an outsider like her, but he's part of their world with a clock part. And he's like here that the previous owner would have been someone that knew an outsider or was an outsider, because they're like, it seems like you inherit a tiny bit of their memories. And he's like, the owner of my previous clock did actually know something about your world.
全く違う世界だけど、あんたの世界とこの世界は時計を通じてつながってるんだ。
And here's a little more information than what they give you in the mobile app version. It doesn't have any of this because they didn't translate it properly. This is why I'm playing the PC version, you guys. So here's something new that I didn't know before. Our worlds are totally different, but they're connected through clocks, which is nice because I kind of already put that together. She's like, clocks, question mark. What do you mean, question mark? Watch Mania on top of Gun Mania, question mark? Maybe he's just obsessed with anything mechanical. She doesn't know about the clockwork hearts yet. I can already imagine him lecturing me about clocks next.
時計がないと動けないだろ。そんなの誰だって。
And now here he's probably going to, like, hint at it. He's like, you can't move without a clock, right? That's the way it is for everybody. He doesn't know that she has a working heartbeat and, like, heart.
そうか。あんたはよそ者だったんだ。
She's like, yeah, speaking of outsiders, ... Why does everybody know about outsiders when they've never met one? I can't stand how many plot holes this dream has. I like to think of myself as a realist. I'd really prefer a dream of mine to be more logical than this.
俺たちは時計で動いているんだ。
Isn't that what everybody does? Question mark. I look at a clock to know what I'm supposed to be doing, too.
あんたの世界じゃ時計を見て行動するの？こっちの世界じゃ時計を見て行動しているのなんて時計屋か白ウサギくらいだよ。自虐的だよね。
She's still confused.
ここでは時計は時間を見るものじゃなく時間を動かすものなんだ。
And they're technically time, so they represent different hours on the clock, and that's why he's saying, like, you don't tell time with clocks here, clocks move time. So they're all clocks. They're all part of, like, Wonderland, which is a giant clock, and they have, like, miniature clocks that help move this giant clock by performing their roles and keeping the game going. And they're technically time, like, literal, like, representations of hours of time. Boris, I really don't understand what you're saying, she told him, trailing off. Maybe that machine mania of his is making him impossible to understand.
よそ者じゃ時計なしでも動けるからわからないか。代わりが効かないって不便だけどなんかいいよね。
And here he's talking about how if, like, a clock gets damaged, it just gets replaced, like, fixed, and then wiped.
ここではみんな代わりが効くんだ。時計が止まっても直せば元通りってわけ。これは時計を止めるために効率的な道具。
The gun feels cold against my skin.
いくら撃っても平気だぜ。ここではみんな代わりが効くから。
Terrible.
あんたは違うみたいだけどな。 俺、機械をいじったりするのが好きなんだ。だから、アトラクションの改造も時々手伝ってるんだぜ。手伝っているって言っても、勝手に調整しちゃったのもたくさんあるけど、ス スピードを上げたり振動を大きくしたりさ。
They're still not available. I don't understand it. It irritates me. Alright. I'll look it up. Find out how we get on their non-stay route.
なんか忙しそうだな。暇になったら俺に構ってよ。でも、忙しくても構ってほしいな。俺を探してたの？わかった。謎々出してほしいんだ。あんたも好きだな。じゃあ行くよ。それは部屋の中にあるけど、部屋はそれの中にあるものってな。あ、今回はちょっと難しいかな。なんだと思う？なかなか面白いこと言うな、あんた。いい答えだけど、外れだ。答えは鏡。なるほどって感じだろ。
Nope, still no option. Alright.
ね、俺を探してたの？何？なんか面白いことでもあった？俺にも教えてよ。
I don't want to hold it, she told
そう
him.
言わず、持ってみなって。
Why are you trying to make me? I don't want to touch something so awful, she trailed off aloud. Boris is persistently trying to coerce me into holding a gun.
そんなものって、俺が好きなものをけなすことないだろ。
His tone is light, but the hand clamping my hand over the gun is firm, and I can't let go. It is awful, ... This kind of thing is too heavy for me.
おい、両手で持てば重いってほどの銃じゃない。相談数が多いから軽くもないけど。
He doesn't understand she means the weight of responsibility. She's like, not that kind of heavy. I mean, that's too much responsibility. There's no use, I can tell from Boris's expression. He knows why I don't like it and is still trying to make me hold it. You... ... suck.
あんたが可愛いからね。
What does that have to do with anything?
可愛く嫌がるから、いじめたくなっちゃうんだよ。
You don't just suck, you're twisted too, she told him after a pause. So he's trying to make me hold it because he enjoys the way I panic. I don't think he'll leave me alone if I stop reacting, but I don't see the point in resisting if all it's going to do is entertain him.
こう構えるんだよ。
Ooh, Boris getting close. Jeez. That is a pretty screenshot though. I love their CGs. I guess he could sense my resignation. He gently helped me aim it. But this isn't the way you do it, she told him.
慣れるとね、片手でも体勢崩しても打てるようになるよ。でも、初心者ならまずは構え方を覚えないと。
I don't want to start with anything, she told him.
すぐに慣れるよ。
He's refusing to listen. He readjusts my grip on the gun and puts me into the right posture.
いや、そうだね。
The gun is so cold and way too heavy to be a toy. I shouldn't be messing with something like this. I don't have enough conviction. Boris' grip loosens up. I try to let go of the gun, but he's still holding on enough that I can't.
何言ってんの？
What's so funny? I'm offended that he'd laugh when I'm being so serious.
新年って笑える。あんた、銃を撃つのにそんなものが必要だと思ってるんだ。撃つのに新年なんか必要ないよ。引き金を引くだけだ。
Boris has a Cheshire grin spread across his face. He's even more cat-like than a real cat.
ここでは誰も信念なんか持っていない。
And that's why you can't shoot a gun? As though it's some kind of game? Question mark.
遊びだよ。時計を止める遊びだ。
And here he explains about the game that keeps Wonderland going. He seems so entertained. He's the spinning image of a cat, simultaneously cute and cruel.
死んだって殺したってすぐ直せるんだぜ。
That can't be fixed, she told him directly.
あんたはそうだろうけど、俺たちって替えが利くんだ。
A cute, cruel, mischievous cat, not to mention foolish. Intelligent, but still an animal. If you're considered normal, this world's full of nothing but idiots, she told him directly.
ここはあんたの世界とは。
Like that's an excuse. It's close enough. The people here are alive too, she told him. And you call things replaceable, not people. Even among things, there are some that are too precious to ever be replaced. You should never call a person replaceable, she told him. And I suddenly questioned myself in the middle of my impassioned speech. Is Boris a person? Is he a cat? What is he? Maybe you don't get it because you're kind of like a cat, she told him after a pause. Still, not even a cat's life is replaceable. I wouldn't want to get another cat to replace Dinah if she died. I've been so worked up about what I'm saying. Boris is staring at me with a blank look on his face.
あんたって変わってるね。変なの。
My lecture doesn't seem to have made much of an impression on him, though. I am not weird. You're the one that's weird, she told him.
俺は普通だよ。ごくごく普通の平凡な猫だって言っただろ。
Average cat, ... There's a lot of things I could point out that don't look average about him, and I'm not ready to agree that he's even a cat. Are you absolutely, completely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, sure, you're average by this world's standards, she asked him.
そんな繰り返さなくても本当だって。普通だよ。
Look at the dial, you guys! Yay! That's our measurement of time. So, like, when that's full, that means the game's over. For the route you're on.
いたいた。ここら辺でフラフラしてるかなって思ってたんだ。遊び相手を探してるんだろ。俺が楽しませてあげるよ。調子はどう？困ったこととかない？問題なく過ごせてるんだったら安心したぜ。俺もあんたが早くここに馴染めるように協力するから、ずっとここにいてくれよな。なんか忙しそうだな。暇になったら俺に構ってよ。でも忙しくても構ってほしいな。遊園地にはもう慣れちゃった。でもまだまだ楽しむ余地はたくさんあるぜ。実は俺も新しいアトラクションを作ったりしてるんだ。もっとスリリングなアトラクションを増やして、もっともっとあんたを楽しませてあげるよ。なんか忙しそうだな。暇になったら俺に構ってよ。でも忙しくても構ってほしいな。 俺、機械をいじったりするのが好きなんだ。だから、アトラクションの改造も時々手伝ってるんだぜ。手伝っているって言っても、勝手に調整しちゃったのもたくさんあるけど、スピードを上げたり、振動を大きくしたりさ。ねえ、俺を探してたの？何？なんか面白いことでもあった？俺にも教えてよ。
We're totally gonna be spamming him for a while, you guys. The more you spam, the more events you get. Are you enjoying this? She asked him, question mark.
楽しいよ。
You can enjoy another person's distress, question mark. You ought to find yourself some better hobbies, she told him.
趣味はいいと思うんだけどな、俺。嫌そうなあんたの顔って好き。すごく楽しいぜ。
Boris, you're such a jerk. Boris looks as intoxicated as a cat with catnip. What could possibly be fun about this? The more I scowl at Boris, the more delighted he seems, but I'm finding it too hard to keep a poker face. There's a gun in my hand, and my palm is so slick with sweat, I'm afraid I'm going to drop it. What if I accidentally slip and pull the trigger? What if it goes off because of some freak chance? What if I drop it, and it goes off, and it shoots me? What if the bullet goes straight through the wall and shoots somebody outside? I'm not taking responsibility if I end up shooting somebody, she told him aloud, trailing off. It's heartless, but that's how desperate I feel. I'd hate being shot, but I'd hate shooting somebody else too. And I can't handle the responsibility.
責任なんか取らなくていいよ。当たったら当たった時のことだ。
How can you be so irresponsible? Question mark. How can you force me to hold a gun against my will? You know I don't know what I'm doing. There are bullets in this thing, aren't there? Question mark.
撃ってみる？
No, I do not want to shoot one! Exclamation mark.
ノリが悪いね。
Not for shooting a gun! Exclamation mark.
真面目なんだな。
Serious. That word took me by surprise. I didn't think I'd be called serious in this world, too. Maybe in my world, but I'm not hiding my true nature here. Nobody should have any reason to think I'm the cute, serious girl I pretend to be in my world. I'm a coward, and I'm too scared, she told him directly. I'm a giant wimp, and I can't hold a gun. I don't want to. I don't think being serious is a bad thing, but I also doubt it really applies to me. I'm surprised he'd call me that. I haven't put on my good girl act with him.
誰も彼もが銃を持っている国で銃を持たずにいられるんだから、あんたは臆病じゃないよ。
Here he's calling out the fact that she refuses to carry anything when everybody else does, and they use it, and she has nothing to defend with.
豪気すぎて怖くなるね。
He's actually worried about her a little bit. You sort of get that impression here.
あんたはすごく無防備なんだよ。撃たれる前に撃っちゃおうとか思わないの？
Here he explains why he's doing this. We have our first rap CG! Yay! He does something similar in his prologue, but... Woohoo! I'm so glad I started with him first. She's like, yeah! Because he's biting her ear. Whoa, what are you doing? She asked him. He's like, you're defenseless, see? What do you think you're doing to me? You... And then it crossed out all of her language.
わあ、ひどい。あんたの方こそ、それで元の世界では普通だったの？
I'm not as abnormal as you. I don't believe this guy's crap about being normal anymore. This may be an incomprehensible world, but even considering that, Boris is not normal.
普通だぜ。異常なんて本当にひどいよな。
You're such a liar! Galen doesn't go around biting people's ears! Exclamation mark. As my friend and somebody I live with, Galen is one of the first people that comes to mind. He may be the worst musician of all time, but at least he doesn't bite ears. And he doesn't force people to hold guns. What? She asked him after a pause.
そんなことされたらすぐに言いなよ。俺が代わりに撃ち殺してあげるからさ。
Boris got jelly. Wow, she's like, don't say something like that.
なんなの？あのおっさんにこんなことされても平気なの？
Here, he's all jealous still. She's like, of course I would mind.
だよね。それってセクハラだよ。
As he's doing it. She's like, well, I'm glad you know the proper term for what you're doing to me right now, and called him out for it. Right now. He's doing it right now.
俺は違うだろ。
He's like, no, but I like you. How is it not? It's obviously sexual harassment. Anybody would haul you in for sexual harassment, you XXX.
だってハラスメントって嫌がらせってことだぜ。これ嫌がらせじゃない。
This isn't meant to upset me, question mark? Then what is it meant to be?
俺はいいの。あんたって無防備だから心配だぜ。誰かにいじめられても銃を持ってないから撃てないだろ。
She has no reply to this. She's angry. I've got one right now, remember? She told him. Is he suggesting I shoot my harasser now? Question mark.
何？この銃欲しいの？
Boris is playing dumb, but he offered me his gun. I really don't, she told him directly. You love this gun, don't you? Question mark. I don't want it.
いいよ。あんたにならあげても。
Aww, love confession here. She's like, no thanks.
じゃあ他の。
No, thank you, she told him. I really wish he'd give in and understand that I hate guns. If Boris loves guns so much, he can keep it to himself. But I'm me. I don't want a gun.
持ってたんだ。不安じゃないの？
I feel more vulnerable with one. Because I really am a giant coward, she trailed
あ
off.
んたってすごいね。すごく変なことを言う。
I thought he was being sarcastic, but his face was dead serious. Boris being serious? Question mark? Serious is a word that describes him even worse than it describes me.
臆病だから銃を持つんだよ。
Here he's flipping it around and telling her the truth.
銃がいらないなんて、あんたはちっとも臆病じゃない。
She has no reply to this. Then shouldn't it be okay for me not to have one? Question mark? She asked him.
ダメダメ。この世界は臆病なやつばっかだからさ。
He's like, no, because everybody else has one.
臆病なやつっていうのが怖いんだ。こっちが撃たなくても撃ってくる。
And he's like, this is why. Like you do? Question mark?
そう。俺にね。
He just owns it.
ねえ、俺を探してたの？何？なんか面白いことでもあった？俺にも教えてよ。 なんか忙しそうだな。暇になったら俺に構ってよ。でも、忙しくても構ってほしいな。ねえ、俺を探してたの？何？なんか面白いことでもあった？俺にも教えてよ。
Looking in poor health as always, Nightmare appears. If you don't appear one of these days, I wonder whether I should assume that you're bedridden or if I should just skip straight to getting my morning dress ready.
病人に嫌味を言わないでくれないか。
I think it's only natural to be sarcastic when dealing with someone who refuses to go to the doctor just because he hates injections.
嫌いなものは嫌い。
Nightmare.
気分が悪い。吐く。血を吐く。
I can't believe he still refuses to go to the doctor, even though his condition is this bad. And his reason for not going is just because he doesn't like injections. All I can say is good grief. I seriously just can't believe him. Hey, Nightmare. ...
なんだ
Since you hate injections so much, I can't help but wonder, did something happen to you? Since this place is inside a dream, there's probably no hospitals. However, judging from his behavior, it seems that he's choosing not to go to one. In other words, if he felt like going, he could go. So there has to be some sort of deep reason as to why he refuses to go to the hospital. Refusing to go to the hospital just because he doesn't like injections. There's no way that's true.
そうだな。許せない過去があって。
Like I thought, she trailed off to herself. Like he has a grudge against doctors or has a memory of an important person that he lost. That's the sort of shadow that seemed to descend over us. ... But she's wrong. He's just a child.
前に注射を受けたとき、看護師に失敗されて、それがすごく痛かったので、
She has no reply to this nonsense. He doesn't have a deep reason, she finally concluded to herself. After setting that dark mood, he reveals that it's just because he has a fear of needles. This man, I swear. Even though you appeared so serious, she trailed off. Your appearance... ...
さりげなく顔にこだわるよ。
He's calling her out for being superficial. I care about looks on a nonchalant level, and that's all, she told him, winking. If it was just about having a pretty face, then I would even be able to forgive Peter. You know, when I first met you, I thought you were a dark, mysterious man. But now, she trailed off.
影がなくて悪かったね。
But we'll find out in the Joker game when he goes up against Joker, who's our love rival, just how mean and dark he can be, because he can get pretty dark. No, you are, very much so, to the point where the Grim Reaper might pop out any second now. She's like your close to death's door. I can do without that kind of darkness. In any case, refusing to go to the hospital despite vomiting blood, that's a completely different type of mystery altogether. Of course, that kind of mystery condition is also something I can do without.
私は病弱だが、病院は嫌いだ。絶対行かないぞ。自力で治してみせる。病院なんか必要ない。
That's quite the thing to say, considering how his complexion makes it look like the day when I should be preparing my morning dress is drawing nearer. ... What a hopeless guy, she trailed off. I rubbed the ill-looking nightmares back.
すまない。でも、病院には行きたくない。
He really is hopeless, she trailed off.
"いたいた。ここら辺でフラフラしてるかなって思ってたんだ。遊び相手を探してるんだろ？俺が楽しませてあげるよ。俺、機械をいじったりするのが好きなんだ。だから、アトラクションの改造も時々手伝ってるんだぜ。手伝っているって言っても、勝手に調整しちゃったのもたくさんあるけど、スピードを上げたり振動を大きくしたりさ。退屈。なんか面白いことないかな。ね、あんたも楽しくなるようなことを一緒に考えてよ。あんたと二人で考えれば、なんかいい案が浮かぶかも。あんたの意見ってちょっと変わっていて面白いからさ。
Oh, what an awful thing to say to Alice. A backhand compliment, anyone?
なんか体がなまってる気がする。あんたと一緒にいるのが楽しくて最近遠出してなかったからな。久々に遠くまで出てみるか。あんたもついてくる？でも運動も兼ねているからさ、あんたにはちょっとハードかも。なんか体がなまってる気がする。あんたと一緒にいるのが楽しくて最近遠出してなかったからな。久々に遠くまで出てみるか。あんたもついてくる？でも運動も兼ねているからさ、あんたにはちょっとハードかも。
Jerk. Trying to say I can't keep up with you?
ね、俺を探してたの？何？なんか面白いことでもあった？俺にも教えてよ。
Wow, she told herself. I don't care, she told him aloud. It wasn't intended to be sexy, and I don't think he has the right to complain about it. I'm fed up with this situation. Ugh, I feel like I'm making weird sounds. Sadly, I haven't been blessed with enough life experience to be able to keep cool under the stress, and I think I might even start crying. There's a gun in my hand and my ears being licked. Of course I'd make weird sounds. My voice already sounds weird, but I'm talking about even weirder sounds. ...
出してよ。変な声。聞きたいな。
Do you have a death wish, Boris? And she cocks the gun. I glare at him as if to ask, wanna be shot. He replies with, whoa, scary. You don't look scared to me, she told him. Am I not intimidating enough while holding a gun? ? No wonder he doesn't mind letting a complete beginner hold a weapon. If it were me, I'd be afraid of being in the same room as somebody holding a gun. I definitely wouldn't be in the mood to lick their ear. Even under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be in the mood, she told herself after a pause.
だってさ、あんたヘロヘロしてるから。そんなんじゃ事故でも起きない限り打てない。
His manipulative master plan. And what if there is an accident? Question mark. The odds are awfully high. Even now, my arms are trembling. I can't keep my palms from sweating, and I wouldn't be surprised if I slipped and dropped the gun. I might accidentally pull the trigger before that even happens. Terrifyingly enough, the gun is apparently loaded, and the safety, whatever that is off. I'm no expert, but this seems like the ideal circumstances for a gun to go off. You're the one that's weird, you. There's no doubt left in my mind that Boris isn't normal. No matter what world we're in, forcing a girl to hold a gun while licking her ear is too abnormal. If this is considered normal, I want to run away, whether it's a dream or not. But I can't, can I? Question mark. I can't get away from this harassment. This is sexual harassment. I know it is, so what in the world is wrong with me for making friends with him? Question mark.
慣れた方がいいよ。銃はまず手になじませないと。
Boris, you're so cute. Even if you are a jerk.
でも、呆れるくらいになれないよね。触っていれば、そのうちになれると思ったんだけどな。
She's like, I don't want to get used to it, so of course it's not working. I don't even want to remember doing this! Exclamation mark.
覚えたくないものを覚えちゃうってのもあるだろう。怖い話だってさ。
Yeah, that's a good description for this. Trail is off. This is a horror story. True horror. Trailed off again, allowed in. A cat-eared boy is making me aim a gun, and it's hard to tell if it's horror or comedy, but for the victim, it's definitely terrifying.
ホラーよりロマンスが生まれそうじゃない？
How? Question mark.
釣りの思考家で。
As he moves to, like, grope her. I saw that hand, Boris. Yeah, they make a cute couple. As he said that, Boris's mouth moved from my ear to the nape of my neck. And his hand moved to her chest. I saw that. She, like, freaks out, and it, like, bleeps out her words, so I'm assuming she cursed him here. This jerk! He's taking advantage of me being too nervous to move with this gun, she trailed off to herself. For a split second, I really felt a murderous urge rising. He's not just licking my neck, his hand! And she finally noticed it's on her breast. Where do you think you're touching me, you pervert cat?
いやー、動いてるんだなって。
His response. If that wasn't moving, I'd be dead. She's talking about her heart. They do like to actually get close and like hear her heartbeat or like feel it, so that's technically what he's doing right now. But he was being real slick about it, so it made it creepy. But technically they don't have hearts, so it's a completely like new sound in their world. Nobody has one, just her. Because they're run by clocks, and they have a ticking clock in their chest.
そうか。止まったら死ぬよね。やり直しが効かないんだ。
He's like, your heart can't be fixed. She's like, ... that's normal. Is he alright? Question mark. Somehow, I was suddenly worried for him. Boris. If you have problems in your life, you can talk to me, okay? Question mark.
何？悩みなんかないよ。
You sure? Question mark. Because she still doesn't understand that they don't have hearts. They have clocks, so they're like all fascinated about this. And that's why they consider themselves replaceable. He's groping my chest, but I feel more concern than outrage.
ねえ、これって心臓だよね。
It'd be more accurate to say that's my chest. ... Although sure, I guess you could say that's my heart too.
すごいな。 銃を触るより興奮するかも。
I shouldn't be surprised to hear that from a gun nut like him, but it's totally sexual harassment still. I just can't feel angry. I've switched so completely into worry mode that I can't be
あ
mad.
んたが銃なんか必要ないっていうの分かったよ。これだけ興奮するものがあったら銃なんかいらないよね。羨ましいな。
They do anything to find a feeling. That's why Blood's so obsessed with staying amused and entertained. And why Boris is just kind of like nonchalant about his life and others. And like Galland is so serious and like lackadaisical about Boris's health and safety, even though they're kind of friends. And the same with Ace and Julius. It's because none of them value their own lives or the lives of others. They just try to pass the time with people that they enjoy passing time with. That's like how their game works. And they fight each other to take up more time. She's like, hey, ... you really can talk to me anytime if you have problems, ... Okay, ? She told Boris.
何言ってるんだよ。変だな。
And they think it's weird because nobody cares about them either. So like her expressing this concern and stuff is like kind of weirding them out. I'm seriously worried for you, she told herself, trailing off. Alright, you guys, we're going to end this episode here, and I'm going to continue recording. So we'll do one more spam. I have to save it from here.
ね、俺と遊んでよ。謎だ。憎いやつだけど、そいつを殺すと自分の血を流すことになるのなんだ。答えが分かったらいいことしてあげるから考えて。ヒント？何？そんなにいいことしてほしいの？ヒントか。俺も大体年中こいつに悩まされてるんだよね。そんな感じ？何それ？愛する人だけど憎くもあるってやつ？流すのは血の涙なんだ。
Yes, I am. And I'm gonna go on ahead and save it right there.